Back in 1964, a young woman named Helen, barely more than a girl herself, gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. She named him Paul. But Helen wasn't married, and in those days, that was a huge scandal. Her father was furious, filled with a rigid sense of shame. He believed there was only one solution: the baby had to be given up. He made the arrangements, completely ignoring Helen's desperate pleas. When the government officials arrived to take Paul away, Helen's heart shattered. In a frantic act of love, she had hidden her tiny son, tucking him gently into a dresser drawer, hoping against hope they wouldn't find him. But her father led them right to him. They returned, opened the drawer, and took the baby. Helen could only watch, powerless, as her entire world was carried out of the room. The silence that followed was deafening, a void that would haunt her for decades. For 30 long years, Helen lived with that ghost. She never forgot her son, never stopped wondering where he was, if he was safe, if he was happy. She married, had other children, and built a life, but a piece of her heart was always missing, locked away in that memory of an empty drawer. She often dreamed of his face, trying to imagine what he looked like as a man. Meanwhile, Paul grew up knowing he was adopted. As a young man, he felt an undeniable pull to find his birth mother. It wasn't about blame or anger, it was about connection, about understanding his own story. He spent years searching, following cold trails, and hitting dead ends. It was a difficult, emotionally draining journey, but he never gave up. He had to know the woman who gave him life. Then, one day, after 30 years of separation, the impossible happened. Paul found her. He tracked Helen down. Imagine that moment, a knock on the door, and on the other side stands a man with familiar eyes. When Helen realized who he was, that this was her Paul, all grown up, the years of pain and longing melted away in an instant. It was a flood of pure, unadulterated joy. The missing piece of her heart was finally home. Her boy, her Paul, was back in her arms, and this time, no one could ever take him away again. Thanks for listening.